Hey everyone, back tuning into today's first video with the weekend forecast, as always on a Saturday for this first video, having a detailed look at the weather for the next 7 days across the British Isles. Later on today, around 6 o'clock this evening, maybe a bit after 6 o'clock, we're doing CanSIP Saturday, where we'll be going ahead 6 months with the Canadian model. It's just for fun, but come back to the website this evening for that. It'll be on the homepage, and you'll be able to see what the Canadian long-range model is predicting for the next 6 months. It'll take us up to May next year, so it'll cover the full winter period and going into the spring as well. But as I say, this update is the regular weekend forecast that we always do on a Saturday. So you're going to have a look at the charts, weathercentre.de, and also weatheroutlook.com to see what weather it's going to be doing for the next 7 days. It's going to be starting off exceptionally mild, but very unsettled with lots of heavy rain. There will be a bit of a cooling trend at the end of the week, but only going back towards average, but it will be noticeable compared to what we've had through most of November up to that point. So I'll get on with all of that in a moment, but before I get on with that, just say about the ads. There's links to articles on all pages at Gav's Office. I have browse widgets and click through the links if there's any articles that you're interested in. Thanks very much for doing that. There's video ads on most pages which open up in the content. You can watch them. They'll close back up again, so helping to pay for the website. Gav Shop is open, so you've got any Christmas shop to do at Amazon between now and Christmas. Just go to the Christmas shop, and you find the buttons about here on the homepage. Go to the Christmas shop, and then from there you can either use the search widget to find whatever item you want to buy. Alternatively, you can click through the Amazon banners, and that's perhaps more easy for you. Just click through the banners, go to amazon.co.uk directly, and do your shopping as normal there. You don't have to do anything different at all, but because you're going from Gav's Office to Amazon, we get a revenue fee on what you're buying. So thanks very much for getting involved, and thanks for doing that. As I say, we're using radar picture and charts at the end from weatheroutlook.com, also charts from weathercentre.de. You can find the links both of the websites on the links page. So starting with the radar picture, it's been a very wet morning across many parts of the country. Got a massive heavy rain across Scotland and northern England, and also quite a lot of rain still left across central and eastern parts of England. It's all moving northwards and eastwards, accompanied by some pretty strong winds as well, but it'll be pushing away northwards and eastwards through the course of this afternoon, and things should start to calm down. Here's the Sorted pressure chart for 6 o'clock this evening, and it's this area's low pressure that by that point is in the North Sea. That's bringing all of this unsettled weather. Little bit of a transient ridge building in then for tonight, but the next area of low pressure is waiting in the wings out in the Atlantic. So a wet and windy start to the afternoon, certainly for many northern eastern parts of the country. Through the afternoon, that'll clear away into the North Sea, except in the far northeast where the rain could cling on for much of the time. Elsewhere, it's going to turn brighter through the course of this afternoon, and the winds should start to ease down as well, but there could still be some showers around western face coast. A very, very mild afternoon with temperatures easily going up to 15 or 16 degrees. Some places could go up to 17 or 18 Celsius actually through the course of this afternoon. That's exceptionally mild for the 7th of November. Overnight, we'll have that little bit of a transient ridge across the country, so things will turn drier and calmer this evening and into tonight with some good clear spells coming along. It'll be a little bit cooler than we've been used to over recent nights as well. Not cold by any means, but temperatures going down to say around 4 to 9 Celsius, so into single figures, and will feel a bit cooler than we've had it over many of the nights so far this month. By the end of the night, though, you'll notice the ice bars are tightening again in the west, so there'll be some rain arriving across parts of Ireland and far southwest of England, also with a freshening wind as well. And that moves us into really quite a stormy day as we go through into sunny, with this area of low pressure running into the northwest of Scotland. Some very tight packed ice bars on its southern side. It's going to turn really windy, especially in the north where there could be gales across parts of Scotland and northern England, but we'll all find that Sunday is a pretty windy day. There'll also be a lot of heavy rain in the north and west as well, so the rain will gather across Ireland and southwest England, will push northwards across Wales, northern England and Scotland, because of really torrential rain in there during the course of Sunday afternoon. That leaves the Midlands, East Anglia, South East England, probably mostly dry, although it will be windy and quite cloudy, but exceptionally mild again in the south, with temperatures up to 16 degrees, quite widely, about 61 Fahrenheit. In the north, of course, with the wind and rain, it's not going to feel that mild, but even there, temperatures will be around 11 or 12 degrees, so above average for this time of year. Pretty wild Remembrance Sunday. As we move through into Monday, we're in a long fetch southwesterly. Friday ice sparks back, the air is originating probably from the Azores, somewhere like that. So it's going to be an exceptionally mild day once again on Monday. There'll be a weather front strung out across the country as well. So I expect persistent rain to be pushing through Ireland into southern and southwest Scotland, through northern England, probably down in towards Wales and maybe some parts of the Midlands as well. That will leave the far north of Scotland, central north of Scotland, with a fair amount of dry weather, sunny spell, but a few showers. And the far south and southeast will probably be mostly dry as well, but with a lot of cloud. It's a windy day, but it's very mild again, with temperatures easily going up to 15 or 16, some places going higher than that, perhaps up to 18, maybe 19 degrees, with a bit of phone effect isn't out of the question. So another exceptionally mild day for the time of year. Very little change as we go through into Tuesday. That weather front is still strung out through central parts of the country, probably as a weakening feature on Tuesday. So expect some cloud and maybe light and patchy rain through central parts, but south and southeast again mostly dry, but with a lot of clouds. Scotland will be brighter. It'll start to turn a bit cooler across Scotland as well, a sign of things to come later in the week. So temperatures there back to around 9 or 10 Celsius across the north of Scotland. But elsewhere, again, another very, very mild day, exceptionally so, with temperatures holding up at least into the mid-teens Celsius, maybe the upper teens Celsius in some places. A cold front will be dropping southwards and eastwards on Wednesday. That could be quite active, and it could give England and Wales particularly a wet day on Wednesday, with some outbreaks of fairly heavy rain. For Scotland and Northern Ireland, it'll turn brighter with sunshine and showers starting to move in. It'll turn cooler up there as well. So temperatures in the north probably around 8 to 12. In the south, still up to around, say, 13 to 16. Little bit cooler even in the south, but still hanging on to very mild conditions for southern parts of the country. That cold front will clear away overnight Wednesday into Thursday to leave a cooler, fresher feel on Thursday itself, but the next area of low pressure is winding itself up and heading in towards the north and west. So Scotland, Northern Ireland, probably Northern England will turn wet and windy again after a dry start. Further south, the bulk of England and Wales probably remaining mostly dry. You'll notice the cooler feel, although temperatures of around 8 to 13, probably not all that far from average, to be honest, but it will feel cooler compared to the earlier part of the week. And then finally, we go through to Friday, I should say, and we're getting this little bit of a transient ridge building in from the west. So we may start off with some cloud and outbreaks of rain across the east and southeast on Friday morning. That will move away, and then it's going to be quite a nice day. There'll be much more rain and sunshine with those westerly winds. There could still be showers in the north and west, and it's a fairly windy day, so it will feel a bit cool actually on Friday, with temperatures back down towards the mid-November average of around 7 Celsius in the far north of Scotland to around 12 or 13 Celsius across the south coast. It will feel significantly cooler compared to what we've had earlier in the week. But I say these temperatures are actually just back to the mid-November average. And that cooler interlude probably doesn't last very long, because as we go through to next weekend, you find the setup is going back to, as we've had it, with high pressure through much of Central and Northern Europe, low pressure to the northwest of Scotland, and again dragging up these exceptionally mild southwesterly winds. So as we go into next weekend, we probably see it turning more unsettled again, with rain particularly in the north and west, but those temperatures getting a real boost once more. Finally, have a look at charts and weather outlook, and here's the situation today. A lot of rain across the country to start this afternoon, but it will turn brighter through the second half of the afternoon, particularly in the south and the west. For Sunday, the wet and windy weather is up in the northwest, where it could be very wet across parts of Scotland and Northern England, but far south-southeast, probably holding on to mostly dry conditions. Unsettled as we're moving into Monday, with further showers and longer spells of rain, particularly in the north and west, and that takes it to Tuesday, Wednesday as well. A cold front moving southwards and eastwards across the country on Wednesday, introducing a cooler, fresh feel, and then Thursday and Friday will both be showery, and those temperatures taking a bit of a dip as well. So in summary, we're starting off exceptionally mild, but also very unsettled with lots of heavy rain across the country, and we'll keep it unsettled through most of the week, but also very mild. Later on, it'll turn a bit drier, but also a bit cooler. That's all for now, and thanks for watching.